Hey, Rockstars, what's going on? SE Rocks here with you once again, joined by Zan the Plant Man. What's going on, Xander?
Oh, another beautiful day. It's nice and rainy and windy and cold out there, but it's an alright day other than that.
Yeah, it's super windy out this way.
It's a little breezy,
crazy.
just a little bit.
Yeah, there's a slight breeze. It's brisk.
It's quite brisk, it's fine.
Brisk, yeah.
I'm inside, so the wind is blowing. It started raining a little bit. Hopefully the power doesn't go out or this podcast will be cut short.
Yeah, that'll be a bummer. Because this podcast, Xander, is going to be the year in review.
Wow.
Yeah, going over some things that we hit this year and things we've done individually and as a duo, I guess, a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you drinking on, Xander?
I currently have some leftover mango tea from Taco Bell.
Oh, you know what? I think I forgot the actual name of the podcast. Dudes, Drinks and Discussion,
Hey.
3D, with SE Rocks and Xander, Zan the Plant Man.
That is
and
a
he has a mango, what'd you say, mango peach?
Mango Fiesta tea from Taco Bell.
Fiesta.
It's
Mango
it's Brisk
Fiesta.
branded, exclusive to Taco Bell.
Oh, that's special stuff right there.
Oh, it's quite wonderful.
Yeah.
It's my go-to
I have.
beverage.
Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, it's
What's that?
wonderful.
Oh.
Zevia, 0-calorie soda, orange flavored, no sugar, no artificial sweeteners, caffeine free.
Orange flavored.
Yeah, I had to go to Meyer and Saginaw to get that bad boy.
Interesting. I didn't know they had an orange flavor. That's cool.
Oh, dude, the orange and the grape is really good.
Yeah? Huh.
Yeah.
I think I've
definitely the
had,
best.
what have I had? The black cherry and the Dr.
Cola,
Zevia?
Dr. Zevia.
Yeah, those are the two that I've had.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, it's good
I
stuff.
do happen to enjoy Zevia 0-calorie soda with no artificial sweeteners and caffeine and sugar and all that stuff.
No calorie, yeah.
No calories, man. That's
The
great.
healthy soda that's good for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, so let's start this off. Start of the podcast. So Xander and I started this podcast in June of 2019. Well, that's when it went live. Our first episode went live in June of 2019.
Wow.
It was about AEW Double or Nothing.
Yeah. Double
Yeah,
or
so that
nothing.
was- Yeah, Double or Nothing, which the show was good. Was that like our predictions? Is that what we did, or did we just talk about like after the show? I don't even remember.
I want to say it was a predictions because I think we filmed it before the show.
Okay.
I don't remember if we did one after the show also or not. I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
But I think
no.
it was just a predictions. Yeah, because we went through the whole card and we did a predictions video and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
And it
yeah, I
kicked
couldn't
us off,
remember.
and
Yeah.
then
And
we
it
did a
has
separate show where we
55
bought all-out
views.
tickets. And
What was that?
we did the separate podcast where we bought the all-out tickets.
Oh yeah.
that was nerve-wracking. Oh my God, we're recording us buying tickets, and like they're selling out while we're recording.
Yeah.
Oh my
like,
God.
As we're trying to figure out what we want, but that
Mhm.
was fun. But
Yes.
yeah, that podcast got 55 views on YouTube, which is our highest viewed
Is it? That's
podcast. Actually, yeah. I didn't check like the actual statistics from
Mhm.
after I put them on Spotify and Anchor, but for YouTube, that's our highest rated. Average, we have 21 listeners for every video. We have 10 videos altogether up on the YouTubes right now.
Let's
So,
try to double that for 2020.
Yes,
Let's go.
I'm gonna take Chris Van Vliet's advice and shoot for a small goal. So yeah, let's go for double that by, I don't know, what are we gonna do? July?
Double or
Try
nothing?
for 40 by double or exactly. Yeah. See the transitions here?
Wow.
They're money, man.
Look at that. But yeah, that'd be a good goal because we've been 6 months. So yeah, 6 months down the road, we'll shoot for double. Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can try to get more consistent again, like we were when we first started, and
Yes.
because we had a system going, and then we kind of slowed down and fell off the bandwagon a little bit. But we're back, and we're gonna
we're back.
bring you some good stuff and have some family time, and it's gonna be great.
Stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
Hell
and
yeah.
You got rid of that Kool-Aid, didn't you, Xander? You're
Yeah,
drinking
I'm
on Kool-Aid.
cutting back
I was gonna
on
say
the
last
Kool-Aid. I'm
podcast,
drinking
but
I'm
it didn't
drinking
get-
the tea now.
Our last podcast is going to come out after this podcast because we ran into some technical difficulties.
Yeah, but that's going to be a solid podcast, potentially, hopefully,
Yeah,
maybe.
most definitely. It's on creativity, so be sure to look forward to that one.
Yeah.
So did you do anything fun that you can remember the beginning of 2019?
All the way back at the beginning of 2019, I don't remember a whole lot. It was still the last hockey season, so I was still working for the hockey team at the time. We made a playoff push, but that wasn't until like April. That was fun. It snowed a lot.
Yeah, that's what you remember. I remember it being super cold because we had like 2 weeks off altogether. Because
Yeah,
of the
when it
cold
was
weather
like
from school.
freaking like the ice and everything was frozen, and I was working, so I didn't get time off for that. The earliest thing I remember really from last year is like All Out.
Right.
because like that was kind of the highlight for my summer, going to Chicago and all that stuff. But I don't really remember a whole lot from the beginning of the year. I could go through Facebook and like scroll and
Right.
see what I did, because like I don't remember. But I worked a lot.
Last year I had like a beginning of the year was pretty stacked. We went to Astronomicon in February. So that's like I can only remember like the big events that happened last year, but that was in February. We got to meet Kane Hodder and Edward Furlong, Boogeyman, Dustin Rhodes.
The worker shake and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the worker shake. Those of you that don't know what the worker shake is, you need to get on par with what goes on in the wrestling biz. But that was February. Then April, we went to the Midwest Gaming Classic.
Which you can
check out the video put together by Xander Media up on the Blank Canvas Design and Entertainment YouTube page.
Oh, wow. Smooth.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh, yeah.
Shameless plugs.
Mm-hmm. And then I did that. There's something that I did. I rebranded my YouTube channel and came out with, you came up with, and I produced and then put out Xander Zaz. The pizza review show that I then somehow magically got creative burnout over all things and kind of then seized everything on my channel. I still have an episode of Xander Zaz that we filmed at your house that is just sitting here on my hard drive waiting for me to put together, that we filmed months ago.
Months ago? What was that, SummerSlam or
we were at your house for something, so it was probably around SummerSlam, because we filmed.
It was a pay-per-view.
We filmed the live podcast, which that went up, and we did one other video, the head-to-head video with the Mario.
Yeah.
And then we did the Xander Zaz, and I just haven't touched that.
So yeah, that's out there. We got that to look forward to too.
Yeah, whenever I get that out, hopefully 2020 that video comes out.
Yeah, let's push for putting it out there. Yeah.
Because it was a good episode, and
yeah,
I'm sure it was great. I don't remember the name of the pizza place, but I'll watch the video and I'll find out.
That was Main Street Pizzeria in Hale.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to. I'm hoping in 2020 that my creative burnout goes away, because I have not been motivated to like edit a video at all in months, and I'm paying for Adobe and I'm not using it.
Right.
And it's $50 a month, and my creative burnout is not allowing me to do anything. So it's great.
Yeah. Motivation is definitely something I think we all need pushing into 2020. I know I haven't been motivated in a lot of stuff that I've started. And again, that's why we got to get back on this podcast, man. Little things like this. Hopefully we'll get your creative juices flowing.
I hope so, because I kind of miss doing it. I don't know.
Right.
I was having so much fun editing video for IWE. I was doing the podcast with you. I was doing Xander Zaz. I was doing all these things, and all of a sudden, just I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And like I sit down and I'm not having a good time. I don't know, but
right.
We'll get there again. 2020, we're gonna start over. We're gonna start fresh, and we're gonna punch out some new content, and it's gonna be great.
Yes, sir. I think it's funny though how like everybody makes those New Year's resolutions. Like, well, yeah, we're gonna do this for 2020. We're gonna do this for, but like that, it shouldn't have to like set a date. Like I'm not saying that it's just you. Like it's everybody. Like, oh, in 2020, I'm gonna start working out. Like just work out. Like you don't have to wait for a certain day to work out or, to start doing this, start doing that. Just like start now.
Yeah.
And that's
tomorrow.
Motivational Speaking by SE Rocks.
Hey.
Yeah. So at Midwest Gaming Classic, we got to meet Ernie Hudson, which was really cool, from The Crow and Ghostbusters and everything else he was in. Eric Bischoff was there, $1 Million Man. So Midwest Gaming Classic was definitely a fun trip to Wisconsin. Got our rooms booked for the one this year, so that'll be fun. Can you think of anything else that you did besides rebrand before we get to the Chicago trip?
Before Chicago, nope. I'm sure I did something. I have to have done something. Like I didn't sit around and do nothing all year. I worked. Right. My hockey team that I worked for made the playoffs and almost won the championship, and then they fell short in the conference finals. That was depressing.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
That was utterly depressing. We blew a 3-1 series lead. We were up 3-1 and we lost. Just like the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Cleveland Indians and the Golden State Warriors and every other team that has a 3-1 lead and
blows it. Yeah,
it was great. What did I do before the trip? Oh my God. The concert. Oh, the concert. That was in.
That was after
October.
the trip.
That was after the trip. Yeah, that was a fun time. I can talk about that. You have met Luchasaurus. Oh, that was fun. I'm looking at Facebook. What do you got? I went to Canada in February. I celebrated the United States President's Day by going to a hockey game in Canada.
I would love to go to Canada because of the president.
And I visited Toys R Us because at the time Toys R Us was gone, and they still had Toys R Us in Canada. So we had to go to Toys R Us to say like, wow, this is fancy. I had authentic Tim Hortons from Canada and authentic Canadian poutine. Oh my God, poutine is really good.
I made some the vegan version of that here by accident like 2 months ago.
Oh, there you go. That's fun.
Yeah, it was the bomb.
Yeah. .com.
Yeah. .com. So yeah, see, man, Canada's a cool trip.
Dude, Canada's
How could you forget about Canada?
Hey, we lost. So
right.
Yeah. Let's see. When did I do that? Oh, in April. So my hockey team, we only had a couple jerseys over our history. So in April on Facebook, I made one of those here vote on Facebook poll things for the best jersey of all time, and I made a bracket that had all of the jerseys on it, and we found out what jersey was the best one as voted by the fans. That's what I did in April. So yeah.
So was that like your own personal thing, or was that something you actually did
just
for the hockey team?
on Facebook. I just did it for fun.
Oh, gotcha.
I was like, what the heck not? We got 10 jerseys on our history. What's the best one? And yeah. So that happened. Anyway, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, which was next up. Chicago was a blast.
Hell yeah. I want to go back.
What was your favorite part of Chicago? Yeah, I definitely want to go back to, for sure.
I feel like the best thing for me was just kind of getting out of Michigan for a bit and getting to explore and drive around in the city and explore new things. And the day we walked around Chicago and walked to the Bean and to Trump Tower and to Navy Pier, and I walked 8 miles that day. Ugh.
Right.
Just kind of, I don't know. It was nice to just get out of, I don't want to say get out of my comfort zone, but get out of the area 5 hours away from home, not have to worry about work, not have to worry about drama, bullshit, this, that, and what else, just to be away from everything for a few days and hang out with my good pal Essie Rox and Dreasaurus and Lil Dre. And Chicago was fun, and have the pizza.
Yeah, man, it was definitely good to get away, the vacation, the aspect, just like you said, not being home, being away, being in the city was a new experience, and I actually enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. I was worried when we were walking around the town that it was gonna be nuts, but it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, man. You hear everything in the media about how bad Chicago is, and I'm sure it is in some parts or at some times, but we had no bad experiences, I don't think.
No. The Airbnbs were cool.
Yeah, besides we couldn't cook spicy foods in the one.
Whatever, yeah, exactly. Whatever that is, yeah.
That was crazy.
But no, I thought it was
do you have one thing that specifically sticks out in your mind from Chicago? Besides All Out is
I was going to say All Out was going to be my answer,
Yeah.
because that's what we went for, was all right, this is the reason we're there.
Right.
Also seeing what's the name of the baseball field? It's Wrigley Field. Thank you. Yeah, seeing Wrigley Field was really cool. The iconic baseball stadium, and because I've never been to a baseball stadium MLB outside of the Tigers.
Yeah, me either.
So being able to go to a Cubs game and see a winning baseball team.
Right.
Hey, watching a baseball team win a game, wow, what a foreign concept that is, but.
Yeah, it was a great game too. The former Tiger Castellanos, can't say his last name for shit.
Yeah, he hit 2 home runs that day?
Yeah, 2 or 3. It was
2 in
really
a row,
cool
I think, for
yeah.
sure. He might have hit a third one too, but yeah, that dude was on fire, and it was hey, you used to play for the Tigers. And speaking of the Tigers, it's really interesting how all of these former Tiger players are doing so successful now.
Right? Always, they always do that.
Verlander's doing great, Castellanos is doing great, and
Scherzer.
when they were on the Tigers, they didn't do shit.
Well, no, you can't say that because Verlander did.
Verlander
and Scherzer did. They had good
yeah.
seasons. We just didn't have a good team.
We didn't have a good enough team around those 1-2 players where once they got traded away, they had the support system and
yep.
all that. But that's
if I had to pick, I can't pick one because now that you brought up Wrigley Field, that was...
Right? Sorry.
Yeah, that was one of the fields I've always wanted to see. Besides, I'd like to see the one... Seattle doesn't play in the one... I think it was... Gosh, not Safeco? I don't know. Whatever one the Mariners used to play in is the one I wanted to see. But
the one with the dome or whatever? The open dome thingy? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd still like to see Fenway.
Mm-hmm.
But
Fenway would be cool, too. That's in what, Boston?
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah.
I don't think I would ever go... There's bad stuff that happens at Fenway, but...
I mean,
Yeah.
That'd be a fun trip to go to sometime too. Is go to like New York, and
Yeah.
that'd be fun. I've always wanted to go over that way, and I've never managed to do anything that takes me that way. So
Yeah. Next time,
Someday.
like there's a major pay-per-view, we'll have to go to New York then.
Yeah, road trip.
Yeah. Take the podcast on the road.
Yeah.
Like one of the things that really pops into my head, like it's probably not my favorite memory, is like when we were walking up to, was it the Sears Center?
Was that the baseball, or that was the AEW? Yeah. So
Well, yeah, we're AEW.
Yeah.
Like as we're walking up, like Marco Stunt came like running out of the doors, and I think did he bump into you? Like he bumped into, it was either you or Drea. He like,
I think it would have been Drea because I don't think
brushed
I don't think I
shoulders or
remember
something.
that, yeah.
And he's like so small, and he was just like running, and I was like, what is this dude doing? And then like
He just
looked,
ran.
and I was like, oh, it's Marco Stunt. And he's just like out there with everybody, and that just kind of sticks in my mind. It was really cool to listen to the podcast, Chris Van Vliet's podcast. With,
that
Cole
was really
Cabana.
cool to see that live. Yeah.
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 I can't pick one memory. I guess that was something bad to say. Like that whole trip was just fun. There really wasn't.
We made their documentary. Or you guys made the
Oh, yeah,
Pro Wrestling
yeah.
Tees documentary.
Yeah, if you go check out the Pro Wrestling Tees documentary, I think it's on YouTube. Me and Draven are in it. For a split second, you can see like Xander's side.
You can see the blank canvas design and entertainment logo on the
Yeah,
t-shirts. Hey, that was a
on
good
those
idea to put
t-shirts.
that on the t-shirt.
Hell yeah.
Some cross promotion.
Right? But yeah, that was cool too. So we're in that.
Oh yeah, pro wrestling. That was, oh my god, we got to go back to the Pro Wrestling Tees store. That was.
See, I thought that was going to be your highlight, was actually being able to
I started thinking about that afterwards. So I was like, wait a second.
Right.
Because when we were trying to plan the trip and everything, I was like, all right, at what point are we going to Pro Wrestling Tees? We got to do it at some point. We can do it here. We can do it here. We can do it here. I'm like, we got to go.
Right.
And I was like, I don't care about anything else, but we fucking got to go to Pro Wrestling Tees.
It's crazy, like, how small that place is. And
Yeah,
how
I had
much-
no idea, like, what to expect going in there. I was like, it looks like it's not that big, but, like, maybe it is. But, like, it's really not.
No, it's like the size of a Hot Topic. Like,
Yeah.
literally.
They have, like, a relatively large warehouse in the
Yeah.
back, because in the documentary they were showing, like, how everything works. I'm like, they got a lot of space in there.
Right.
But it's really cool.
Yeah,
That
the
was
actual
fun.
storefront.
I spent $100 real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude
so
almost
did
gave me
I.
a heart attack because it was like $100 and like 50 cents, and he said it out loud as 150, and I'm like, huh?
Right.
Like, all right, shit, put that back. I'm not spending the 150. And he said, no, it's $100 and 50 cents. I was like, oh, thank the Lord. Like,
right.
almost gave me a heart attack, bud. But no, that store was really cool. Everyone was really cool in there, and
Yeah.
thanks for asking them what the line was for, because I wasn't about to.
Yeah, that definitely took me out of my comfort zone too, because that's not something I'm used to doing.
I wasn't about to do that. I was like, oh, I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah.
You go ask him. I don't know. Go ask Fat Ass Masa, because he owns Pro Wrestling Tees, right?
Right. Yeah. Drea sour ass.
You don't understand that
we do in
reference. I'm sorry.
Chicago.
Let's see. We walked around. We flipped off Trump Tower.
Yeah, we flipped out fuck Trump.
We walked across, what was it, the River Walk, and then to get to
Yeah.
Navy Pier, we touched the bean, which then I found out after I got home, everyone was asking me, did you flick the bean? And I'm like, no, I touched the bean. They're like, no, you're supposed to flick it. And I'm like, God dang it, now we got to go back.
Do you get the flick the bean?
No, I don't. That's why I was like, I don't.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why, because I don't get it. I was like, I don't understand. Why do I have to flick the bean? What is it?
All right, you're too young for me to explain that to you then. All right, something you'll have to Google, buddy.
Hold on.
Don't Google it. Seriously, don't.
Don't Google it right now?
No, don't Google it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, all right. Cool.
Yeah,
All
okay.
right, got it. Yep,
Okay,
there it
so
is.
Chicago trip. Did you do anything exciting after the Chicago trip?
I went home and wallowed about the fact that I had to go back to work.
Right.
Back to my normal life where I was like, man, when I was in Chicago, I didn't have to do none of this. And
Yeah, that's how I felt for like 2.5 weeks, dude. Like my next thing on my notes was actually job. Like coming back to the job was.
oh yeah, really. I had to remember I didn't have to remember how to do my job, but it was like, oh god, like this is what I. Ugh.
Yeah, dude, we were only gone for 3 days. It's not
Yeah,
like
I know.
we
It
were
was like,
gone
oh
forever.
man.
Yeah.
Well, because I purposely took the day before and the day after vacation off, because
Yeah.
I knew I was like, every time I take time off from work, they always schedule me like a really early shift the next day. So like I'm off like tomorrow, I'm going to a hockey game, and then I work at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day at work. So I'm gonna get home at 1 in the morning, get up at 6. So
Right. Yeah.
that's gonna be fun. They always do that, and it just happens. I don't know, but.
Yeah. They're sticking it to you.
Yeah, the day after the trip, I was just kind of like, all right, what do I got to do? Got to do some laundry.
Yep.
Gotta find a place to put all my stuff. I still haven't hung up my All Out poster.
I haven't either.
It's in
like
the
my all out poster, my all out shirt. Yeah,
I'm still salty I didn't get the shirt. God, I waited in like 2 out of the 3 merchandise lines because they told me at the show, oh, we don't have this shirt in this line, but if you go to the one over there, they will for sure most definitely have it. And they did not.
Yeah, if I had one complaint about that show, it would be because of the lack of, I guess, planning on the merchandise that they had there. I mean, the show's sold out, so you should have a good idea. Rather have too many than not
in
enough.
Town, like they should have plenty of, and also a lack of communication, I think, to the ushers, because like to say no phones, period, like no.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Absolutely
that
not.
pissed me off. Yeah. I watched What Culture Wrestling, because they did like a year in review thing too, and they were showing when Moxley showed up to AEW, and like you look at it pans to the crowd, and they all have their phones out recording it, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like why
we were
did this
told
lady
no
say we
phones at
couldn't
all.
have our phones?
Yeah. So obviously that one usher, I don't know. I hope she's not still there, because then she was watching the show.
Yeah.
She went and sat down in a dude's seat because he wasn't sitting in his seat, and she went and sat down, and then her manager had to come over and tell her to, you got to be standing up and doing your job. And like, what are you doing, lady?
Yeah, she was something else, man.
I don't know, but other than that, though, the trip as a whole was great. I would love to go to Chicago again, even if it's not for a wrestling show. Just to, my mom was gonna go to Chicago. She had like one of her coworkers was going for some like work business trip thing, like right after Christmas. And my mom was gonna go, and then she ended up not going. So I'm like, oh, you'd love Chicago. It's so much fun. They have a Starbucks at every corner. They just walk around.
Go to Chicago for the Starbucks. Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah. So the next thing on my notes is IWE, which I know you were a big part of during 2019. I was a part of it for a while, first part of the year. I just wanted to touch on like what you thought the best match of IWE last year was that you got to witness.
It's really hard. I feel like because like there were so many. Like I feel like to narrow it down specifically to one is kind of tough.
Come on, dude.
But definitely in the realm of like the Jacob Braun, Benjamin Brody, JJ Hughes kind of stuff. I think they had a 3-way at some point. Yeah.
A 3-way wrestling match, yeah.
3-way wrestling match.
Yeah, wrestling match, not a 3-way.
Yeah, not a 3-way. But yeah, I would say, probably that would be JJ, Braun, and Brody, because the 3 of them, like even individually, those 3 put on really good matches, and like with the 3 of them together, it's really good chemistry together for sure.
Yeah, I should have went first because you totally stole my shit.
I'm sorry.
You stole my shine, man. But yeah, the Braun versus Brody feud. What was that?
I was gonna say pretend I didn't say that. And hey, what's your answer?
We'll just skip past you. No, but the Braun versus Brody feud of 2019 was most definitely probably the I'd say without a doubt the best feud on the indies in Michigan, if not overall, like over the country indies. It was phenomenal. Their blow off match, it was the best indie match that I have ever witnessed to this date.
And you called it, right? You called the match?
No, I didn't get to call that match.
No, you weren't there for that one? Okay.
No, which really bums me out. But
yeah, they had a really good feud with the Mr. 500 because Braun was champion for like a year and a half, and like Brody kept getting opportunity, and he would lose, and he'd get another opportunity, and then like someone would get screwed, and
they left it all out there, man. It was so good. Yeah. They were flipping off of like bleachers and tables and chairs and held nothing back, man. Jacob Braun and Benjamin Brody are 2 of the best wrestlers on the Michigan indie scene today. I did get to call the was it JJ and Brody who were in Fairview?
Yes.
I remember there was a table spot and they both went through the table.
Yeah.
That was
awesome.
That was a great match too. JJ Hughes has definitely come into his own this year.
Jeremiah J. Hughes.
Jeremiah J. The Archduke. But yeah, he's definitely come into his own. He's come a long way just this year. He's able to hold his own in there with Benjamin Brody and Jacob Braun. So
oh yeah, for sure.
They were definitely, that feud was definitely my favorite in IWE, probably in all of indie wrestling for 2019. I was happy to be a small part of that at some point. But that's not taking anything away from Caesar Asher and Corey Kerr had a decent feud going on too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um,
Gotta go look at the roster.
you can't take anything away from the IWE roster. Like I know I may not be a part of that right now, but they have one of the best rosters, top to bottom, production, everything on the indies right now. You go to an IWE show, you're definitely going to see at least 2 great matches, if not the whole show. So that being said, I did see some PPW last year too. I saw some MCPW, which Mikey Zero of MCPW always puts on great shows too. If you're in the East Jordan area, Kalkaska, he's been running in too. He likes to bring in some bigger names. He brought in Joey Ryan, I think Scott Steiner. He brought in Cody Rhodes just before Cody Rhodes went
really?
to AEW.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
other than outside of IWE, I think I only did 1 or 2 indie shows because we went to the PPW show with Luchasaurus.
Yep.
Where we saw Congo Kong and Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't think I went to any other indie shows.
You're closer to you. Like if I was in your area, I think I'd hit a lot more indie shows. But like where I'm at, they're all either super far up north or way down south. Like I'd really like to check out XICW in Detroit. I'd like to check out Horror. I can't think of the name. Horror
Slam.
Horror Slam. Yeah,
like
I'd love to check out some Horror Slam, but that's all in Detroit, and like I'm not gonna drive to Detroit for a wrestling show. I just
right when you're all the way up north and
yeah can't warrant it. But
especially now with the weather, like who knows what's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I'm hearing now it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and I'm like, man, I gotta go to Detroit tomorrow, and it's snowing. Like why?
Yeah, fucking Alexa lied to me, dude. I asked her yesterday. Oh, she just turned on when I said that. I asked her yesterday. I was like, hey, what's the weather for the week? And she's like, oh, it's gonna be 35 and dreary or 40. And then I woke up this morning. There's like 2 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, you got snow up there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, yeah, we haven't gotten any snow yet. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow, but not today yet.
Yeah, it started off pouring rain this morning at like 6 o'clock, and then it turned to snow, and we probably got... It's starting to melt off now, but we had about 1.5 inches probably.
Yeah, here it's just been really rainy. It was really foggy last night, and it just rained a lot. But other than that, it's just been windy today, but no snow yet until tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't snow that much tomorrow, because, like,
yeah, hopefully.
Detroit. Like,
right.
We'll see. Going to a Red Wings game. Oh, hey, that's something I did in 2019. I went to a Red Wings game, and they actually won.
That's a plus.
They have won 9 games all season. They are
wow,
9
really?
and they are 9 and 30. Let me get the exact.
Are you serious? Like I don't follow hockey at all, but wow.
They are 9, 28 and 3. They've won 9 games out of like 40, and I went to one of those games that they won. Cuz they lost like 10 straight, and it was like, what the heck are we doing? Like we started off good. I think we won 3 in a row, and then just kind of from there we just sort of
That's like every Detroit or Michigan team, man.
Yeah,
every
Michigan team sucks right now. Like the Tigers are doing bad, the Pistons are doing bad, the Lions are
yeah, the Lions are something.
They almost tried to win yesterday. I was like, no, what are we doing?
Right.
Tank for that number 1 spot, and we still got the number 3 spot, which is fine, but
it's not like we'll do anything with it anyway.
No, we're gonna pick like somebody that we don't need.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, hey, Detroit sports. Hey, that's something to look forward to in 2020. Maybe some rebuilds.
Yeah, Tigers aren't gonna do shit. Like they're not making strides at all.
No, yeah,
Pistons should have been a lot better this year with the roster they have.
Mm-hmm. I thought I heard good things about them at the beginning, but cause I kept seeing every time I'd go on like Instagram, it was advertised that they won, and then I look at their record and I'm like, oh, they're not. What?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. They had it set up. They should be on a push for the not the finals, the playoffs, but.
I honestly thought the Lions were going to have a better season at the start of the season.
Oh, fuck the
like,
Lions.
In the off season, they were picking up all these names left and right, and I was like, oh my god, they're like building a legit team. And then they won the first 2 games, or they tied 1 game, and then from there they lost every single game. And I was like, oh, yep, same old Lions.
Yeah, nothing will change.
Rebuilding since 1959.
Right?
When they
rebuilding since before they even started the regular build.
Yeah, right.
Oh, all right. So we talked about IWE. I guess we could talk about AEW real quick.
1957.
They came onto the scene hot, and they're still hot. I mean, what can you say? I mean, they have a great product right now.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a couple of weeks behind on AEW right now because I just DVR it because I usually work Wednesdays, so I'm like either busy doing something or playing Fortnite or not watching AEW at the time when it's on, but I always DVR it and I always go back to watch it.
Yeah, I don't have TV, so I can only watch the clips they post or look
Right.
online. But if there's talk about something really cool that happened, like I'll check it out for sure. Like I actually just seen they had a little. It was just like a 5-minute video for it was a road to Jacksonville, and Dustin Rhodes cut like an amazing promo. He is so underrated, man. He was even underrated when he was Goldust, like in his prime.
Yeah.
He's such a good worker.
Yeah.
One of the best promos in the business. And then actually Darby Allin is somebody who I didn't even know before AEW, and now like his promo was really good on that little segment I seen, and his in-ring work, although it's not to everybody's liking, I enjoy it. I think he's really good.
Oh, that bundle of guys, what is it? Darby Allin, that triple threat match. It's
Darby Allin, was it Sami Callihan?
No.
What's the other guy's name? Jimmy Havoc.
Yep. Yeah, those guys like that match was nuts.
Yeah.
So those guys are really awesome. Cody's entrance is the coolest thing ever. It's a little it's a little overkill, but like it's pretty cool.
Cody is like top 3 in the business right now.
Oh,
like
yeah.
His promos are gold. His character is his character in AEW is like I don't want to say it's like super old school, but it's old school enough to where like new school people still dig it, because like his promos and his style are like, you know, late 80s, early 80s style, AWA or whatever. I'm just really enjoying what Cody Rhodes is doing right. Well, Cody dropped the Rhodes.
And then there's the old merch freak and the Young Bucks, and that t-shirt company's doing pretty good for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. That t-shirt company's doing all right.
I don't know.
And then
though, with what? Oh,
what?
Sorry.
No, you're good. What?
I was gonna say, like, with AEW and everything, I honestly I haven't followed WWE like at all in a couple months now. I think the last full pay-per-view I watched was when I was at your house for SummerSlam or whatever.
Right.
And like I canceled my network subscription a couple weeks ago because I'm like, I haven't been following the product. I'm not watching anything on the network. I'm wasting $10 a month and I'm not using this. And
I did cancel, but then I went back just for the pay-per-view. Like I don't follow the product, but if I'll watch the pay-per-view, and their pay-per-views are trash. Like I'll probably cancel again because they're not good.
Well, they keep emailing me now because I'm still technically on it until like tomorrow. So that every couple days they're like, "Hey, we want to keep you. You can hang on. You're gonna miss the Royal Rumble." And
right.
I'm like, I don't care.
Like they had one of the hottest things in the business with the Fiend, and they totally fucking dropped the ball with it, which everybody knew they would. But when they had like that DQ finish to that Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins,
God,
it totally killed them, dude.
I'm still that.
Yeah,
but like no, I just went to SmackDown this past weekend, and like I had no idea like who's feuding who. I didn't know Lacey Evans turned face.
Yeah, because there was no reason behind it, dude. They just turned her. It's trash.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what we're doing. Daniel Bryan shaved his beard and his hair, and we're doing the yes thing again. And
I like the
3 different
dragon.
Times. I gotta say that was annoying.
They did what?
We did Daniel Bryan's entrance 3 different times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were gonna, because it was the triple threat to figure out who was gonna face the Fiend at the Rumble. They were gonna have that be the start of the show. Baron Corbin got like injured or whatever, and he couldn't compete, so they were gonna we're gonna postpone the match until later on in the show, and then it was gonna be the midpoint of the show without Baron Corbin, and it was just gonna be one-on-one The Miz and the other guy. Daniel Bryan. There we go. Miz and Daniel Bryan. And then they found out, oh no, Roman Reigns has left the building. Oh yeah, he's safe.
Jesus,
so now we're gonna.
That's terrible.
So then it was the main event of the show to figure out, and then it was a triple threat again. So we did the Daniel Bryan yes thing 3 different times, and it was fun. But I jumped over Roman Reigns' pyro because I forgot that last time I watched WWE product, he did not have pyro.
Oh, I thought you meant you like jumped over it, like you were walking over the ramp and like jumped over his fucking pyro.
No. Well, I recorded the pyro at the beginning of the show because that was cool, but I didn't know Roman Reigns had pyro.
Oh, gotcha.
So it made me jump in my seat because I wasn't like mentally like ready for the loud explosion. Cause like
right. Did they have a dark match?
Pre-show it was like the Lucha Brothers versus.
The Lucha Brothers are AEW, dude.
Oh, no, sorry. The Lucha House Party. That's the
Yeah.
that's the WWE one. Versus two other guys. Wow.
They didn't have like an after show.
Oh, it
dark
was
match?
Dawson and Wilder, the revival. Yeah. That
Oh,
was the
okay.
pre-show. No, after the show, because they after whoever won the triple threat, that was Daniel Bryan. They showed the Firefly Funhouse, and that ended the show. And then after the show, the Fiend actually came out.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Is that the Fiend came out?
Yeah, Fiend came out and just beat up Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Other than that, there wasn't a match. I hate the red lights so much.
I don't like them in the match. Like I like them as the entrance and everything, but I don't like them during the match.
No.
I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did I do in 2019? I went to my first Ghost concert with my buddy Andrew. We bought our tickets for that like in February, the day the pre-sale code went up, and that show was in October.
Can never be too soon.
October. Yep. So the show was in October. Coolest concert I've probably ever been to. Definitely the closest I've ever been like to the stage. We sat like they had the on the floor seats where you're just in the mosh pit, and I was like, I'm not mosh pitting. I don't like people, so we sat in seats as physically close to the stage as we were allowed to like purchase tickets wise. Like there was like the camera guy who would like walk around and sit in front of us every so often, but like we were technically the closest row we could buy was like the fourth row of seats, but like the stage was right there. The guy was probably maybe 10-15 feet from us at points, and like it was the coolest thing. There was pyro and it was loud and I couldn't hear after the show and my ears were ringing
Right.
for a good 20 minutes. And then I went and got food at the McDonald's next to the building, and I couldn't hear the lady asking me what I wanted to order. I'm like, what?
And where was that at?
That was in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
Yeah. That was fun.
Cool.
Definitely would love to see them again because that was amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even think. I went and seen MC Lars and Schaefer the Dark Lord and Mega
Oh,
Ran.
yeah, you did. Yes, you did. Yeah. Because
Just
they wrote
before,
AEW that one song.
Yeah, it was just before they dropped that song for AEW, Schaefer the Dark Lord and Mega Ran. That was a good show. Draven got to go to that one.
Yeah.
It was good times. So we brought up Fortnite. Fortnite
Oh my God,
consumed
Fortnite.
my 2019 towards the end after I got into it.
Because I think, when did I start playing Fortnite? It was in 2019.
Yeah. It was...
That's the highlight of my year. I got into Fortnite.
Right, I know. That's sad.
Because I kept saying, like, nope, not going to play Fortnite. Nope, not going to do it. I suck at Call of Duty, so I can't play shooting games. I'm not going to play
Exactly.
Fortnite. Don't even think about it. And I tried it, and I was like, this is so much fun.
Right.
Like, and my aim is getting better, like, with Season 2, and thank God there's bots now, because, like, now I look like I know what I'm doing playing Fortnite.
Right.
Like, wow, I can
Like, I'm
kill
getting
these
kills.
people. Like, yeah.
Right.
People are standing around, and I can just kill them. I'm like, this is
Right.
amazing. I love Fortnite.
Yeah. Look, they can't build and they can't shoot. Sweet. Exactly
God.
what I need.
Yeah. Like, stand in one place. Like, heck yeah, let's go. My aim is getting better, but, like, I still have a hard time with, like, all right, reload, build.
Yeah. There's a lot to it.
Because I went
for
and I
sure.
rushed. When we almost won, or I think we did win the last night. The one that we won.
Yeah, we
I
won
was-
one last night.
I was
yeah.
trying to circle around to get the guy from the back while you guys
Yeah.
were coming in from the front. And I got behind him and I started shooting at him. And then I ran out of ammo
Right.
on my one gun. So instead of switching to the next gun over and continuing to shoot, I backed up and tried to build around myself. And then I couldn't get out of building mode to shoot again. And then I got knocked.
Right.
And then you ran up to him with a lightsaber and killed him, and we won.
Yeah, we won. Woo!
Yeah,
Got a
our
squads
3
win
wins
last
in
night.
Fortnite.
Yeah. So.
I still remember when that season 2 dropped. I didn't realize that it was bots at first.
Oh yeah.
So I did a solo and I won, and I'm like, oh my god, I won a solo in Fortnite. This is the
Right.
greatest thing ever. And I'm like, oh, it was all bots. Like, man, like it's still cool.
Right.
Because like I bandied up and I shielded up and I had a bunch of shields and I had a bunch of bandies and I was like left and right. Like, I was reviving
You were a
myself.
fucking pro, dude.
I was a pro against these bots and like.
Right.
And then as soon as I found out, oh, there's bots, and because then another buddy of mine got into Fortnite and did the exact same thing, and he's like, oh my god, I didn't know what I was doing, but I won. And I'm like, it's bots. And they were like, don't do that to me.
Right. Yeah. You just stole his thunder, man.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
then there's
yeah. So I don't have a whole lot else besides Like I mentioned in the update video, I'm starting to take real estate classes, trying to get my real estate license.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, not really, but
I mean, it's something to do that's not what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I got to get the fuck out of where I'm at. I also applied for a job yesterday for like the I can't remember what it was called, not the supervisor, but like event operations for the Gladwin Ice Arena.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I applied for that yesterday.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, just because like Gladwin is where like I got my break in the business, I guess you could say, when UWE used to run there. Eric Freedom, that's where I met my buddy Gary.
Yeah.
Was when UWE used to run at the Ice Arena, and that's I think that's the first time I seen John Campbell when he was the gentleman. But yeah, that's where I kind of like got my start, I guess. I started talking to Gary. I started talking to James. Gary got me in with Eric a little bit, and yeah, so that's where that started. But
there's there's a guy that works at Little Caesars Arena, as one of the ushers, and he's a booker down in Detroit. I don't know what his name is, but he's a dude in a wheelchair. If that narrows it down.
What about him?
He works at Little Caesars Arena, and he's a promoter. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you like were trying to like relate it to UWE.
No, I was just thinking about because like at the SmackDown show, I want to say dude's name was James Alexander, indie guy. I don't know. He was on the show for SmackDown.
Isn't James Alexander the dude that was at PPW?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because it was my buddy that went with us. He's actually working. He's running, or he's training at that PPW Performance Center training thing. Like he's gonna train to be a professional wrestler now. So like,
right.
He kept telling me the whole show during SmackDown while we were watching, because now that he trains, he like knows to look for things now.
Right.
So he was like, "Oh, that spot looked weird," and blah blah blah, this and that. And like he knows to look for things now, and I'm like, "That's cool." But
yeah, but like, how long has he been training for? Like that's
I want to say maybe a few months, not for that long, but just I think a few months now. So he's
shouldn't be picking stuff apart.
So
yeah, but you shouldn't be picking stuff apart. But that was another big thing I did. I bought a fucking wrestling ring.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's
yeah, I totally forgot about that. Actually, I bought it last year, and I wasn't able to pick it up thanks to my buddy Kyle. Finally was able to go pick it up from one of the boys in PPW. Brought it back to the house, got it set up. It still needs a little bit of work. I got some heat, I guess you could say, some lukewarm temperatures for getting the ring, even though, like, fucking whatever, like, it's my life. I bought a ring because Draven wants to train, and Gary's going to train Draven. Like, that was what we were going to do with it.
Yeah.
And if I decide to fucking run shows, then I run shows. So
yeah.
That's how I feel about that. But
oh yeah.
So yeah, hopefully that'll pick up too in 2020. I know Gary's ready to start training Draven. Draven's ready to start training. I might bump here and there a little bit, see if I can get back into
ring shape.
I'm never gonna be in ring shape. I never was, but like I'm good for a couple back bumps, and that's about it.
Damn it, I can back bump. God darn it.
Right. Like 2 and I'm out though. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Quit. Dogs are stupid.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. That's our 2019 year in review. Thank you guys for joining us for 3D Dudes, Drinks, and Discussion in 2019. We appreciate your support. Make sure to go check out Xander Media on YouTube. You got a Facebook page too, don't you, dude?
Yep, just Xander Media on It's not facebook.com/Xander Media because somebody else owns that.
You can still just search Xander Media though, can't you?
Yeah, if you go to facebook.com/Xander Media, you come to this page called the Geek Alliance, because he used to be called Xander Media. But if you Facebook search Xander Media and you know what my logo looks like, you'll find me. And
yeah, you'll find it. Who else can we give props to? What is it? Killer Pizza, Roberto Cruz. He does cruise control videos. He does this horror Blu-ray gimmick that he's got going on now. Spilled Paints, who did the music for the intro. I don't even know if I'm using it anymore at this. No, I'm using a different intro. He did some music for us though, thanks to Spilled Paints. Hopefully big things coming in 2020 for the podcast.
Check out our Chicago Adventure vlog on Xander Media and Blank Canvas Entertainment. And
yeah, make sure you check that out, man. It's a really
and,
fun video.
What's the other one? There's Spotify. There's
Anchor.
Anchor, that's the one. We're getting our podcasts. And
yeah.
yeah.
So thanks for checking us out, guys. Keep rocking.
And stay crispy.